What's going on, people? What's going on? Another day, another day. What's going on? All praises to the Most High. If you're watching this video, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm still holding in there, Time is going by so fast. It's about to be Friday already. Well, today is Thursday. But anyway, yeah. Today is Thursday. Still, was it August? I think the 28th. But anyway, man. Yeah, man. Tuning in. Just tapping in with everybody. Been doing the weekly fast. From Sunday to Monday. But going forward, I'm gonna try to even go harder, man. I got demons I need to cast out, man, for real. My family been in tune with it. Actually, my wife did a 2-day, I'm proud of her for that, you know what I'm saying? She felt in her own spirit that she needed to do a 2-day. But, yeah, man, we're going to be going hard going forward. This was the second week. Coming up, this Sunday will be the third week. And actually, we've actually been fasting before this whole 7-week, challenge thing we started. But, yeah, man, it's been definitely paying off, man, because I've been noticing myself being, more patient, more understanding. A lot of the temptations that I was facing before, it hasn't been, tempting me as it has been. But yeah, man, and for so long I would do fast, and it would be like in vain because I would go right back to, for example, drinking or whatever it was, the heavy thoughts. But yeah, man, I started, I really got tired of it, about a month ago, and I started just going hard with it. And yeah, man, I've been on the straight and narrow ever since. I'm really happy for myself because if you know anything about being in a understanding and trying to grow spiritually and trying to connect, spiritually. If you're not connected and you feel yourself at a lower point, it feel like something is heavy on you. You know what I'm saying? Like something just heavy on your back. You don't feel motivated to do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good feeling. But when you fasting and you in line with the Most High, and your family is in line, you got everybody good, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. So yeah, man, I feel good because for so long I felt like that, and now I feel a lot better. And I hope anybody that's feeling the same way, that was feeling like I was, I hope that you can break those spiritual barriers and, feel the same way, man. I feel inspired now. I'm doing more works. I have more ideas that I'm not being lazy or, complacent. I got so many ideas that I'm ready to bring every day and weekly. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on a couple things today. Couple things that I wanted to touch on. Let's say, okay, 3 things, man. Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to ask y'all, man, are we really free? Are we really free? Think about it. Are we really free? Once again, are we really free? Think about it, though. And specifically coming from America, because I know America is a whole place that, well, that's where I'm from. So that's why I can speak on. I haven't lived in any other country except for, of course, Africa. But America is a very special place in itself because they harp on the home of the brave, land of the free, or land of the free, home of the brave. Sorry, but it's totally backwards because the freedom of speech is being taken away. Heterosexuality is being putting a cap on, and they're promoting all of abominable things, if you know what I mean. Sodom and Gomorrah type activity, if you know what I mean. But yeah, man, for example, let's say number 1, education. Are we free as far as education? Are you allowed to teach your child anything that you want? I think at this point, yeah, but you still have to teach them the curriculum of what they want you what they want you to learn. Even if you do homeschooling and you have to, basically go by their rules when it comes to homeschooling, you still have to go through the process. If you don't want to get, let's say you don't want to get the jab or whatever, the immunization shots that children are expected to get, you have to go through that process. Even homeschooling, you basically have to admit, not admit, but you have to basically say that you're admitting that you're being medically negligent to your child. But that's crazy in itself. But yeah, man, they teach our kids all these different things. You know what I'm saying? So it's the public school system. George Washington, the great history of America, the great European history, and all these different things. Does that mean that we're free? You get what I'm saying? Are we free to just set up our own schools, our own systems? Are you really free? I'm not even gonna answer that. You answer that. But secondly, let's think about it. Religion. Okay, let's say you have Christianity, one of the biggest religions. You have Islam, one of the biggest religions, and Buddhism. I mean, you have a lot of New Age things like Scientology and things like that, but those are the main two biggest religions. If you go outside of that, you're basically looked at as crazy. You can be like, oh, I don't eat pork, or I don't celebrate holidays. People look at you like, are you Muslim? No, man, I just believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know that the Bible said, don't eat these things. They have dietary laws, morality laws, civil laws. But anyway, yeah, man, people, they're uneducated or they're ignorant of the actual scripture itself. For example, you had Christ. When Christ was on the earth, who they call Jesus Christ, you had Pharisees and Sadducees who were well versed in the laws. You get what I'm saying? They were well versed in the prophets and the laws or whatever. But what he brought was kind of like, the people was amazed. They was astonished at his doctrine, quote, astonished at his doctrine, because he spoke with so much authority. And what he was saying, he was breaking down spiritually with these laws, the embodiment of these laws. So people was looking at him like, what? Who is this guy coming on the scene saying these things? So that's kind of like, how pastors and different things look at these, when you start really living the Bible and start going by what it really says, that's how they look at you, like, so are we really free as far as having a free choice of what God we serve or what religious belief that we want to, do we have to pick one of the mainstream ones that they provided for us? And you can go into, the history of all those, religions yourself. I'm not really going to break that down today. But of course we know those wasn't a free choice. Even Islam, when you look at Africa, it was the, Islam or the sword. Muhammad didn't come with peace. But anyway, yeah, man, let's talk about the medical system. Like I was talking about before, when your child is born, what's the first thing they put in their face? Oh, get this shot, get the K shot. Hepatitis B, hepatitis A, all these different shots. I remember when I was young, you only had a couple shots that you had to get. The measles shot, chicken pox. Where did chicken pox go anyway? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it went from chicken pox to the mpox. I mean, what's next, man? What's next? But anyway, yeah, man, be putting shots all up in your face. Treating your child like a dog, man. Treating your child like a dog. Women having children. You have a baby, man. We had our son home, Zamir, my youngest child. He's 1 now, but we had him at home, man. We had him at home, and mind you, yeah, we had him at home. Of course, we had some sisters to assist us, but they weren't like licensed midwives, but they have given birth before to other children, so it's kind of like they had experience. But he came out easier than I've ever seen. I have I have a total of 4 children. I have an oldest son in America, but yeah, my 3 sons that I watched personally that my wife gave birth to, he was the easiest one that came out. And they took, they had a woman laying on their back pushing them out. She actually was struggling, and I told her to squat, and he came right out, man. He came right out. So that just show you, man, a lot of this world's wisdom is foolish, man. It's foolish. You know, it's foolish, and that's why I really been getting on this fast thing is to show people, man, like when you tapping into faith, man, you dealing with a whole nother monster that this world ain't ready for, that this world don't want you to deal with. It's crazy to them, you know what I'm saying? I don't go to the hospital. No, if I fall off this porch, boom, hit my arm, break my arm, guess where I'm going? To the hospital. If I cut my wrist, of course I'm going to the hospital. But as far as me going to have a checkup every 90 days or every 30 days, it's not cause for it, because hospitals are in the business of healing people. They're in the business of keeping sick people come back. So that's not freedom. That's not medical freedom. That's medical tyranny. Excuse that. Excuse me. But yeah, that's medical tyranny, man. And of course we know the history of quote unquote black people. You know, they've been doing so many experiments on us, and you know they've been trying to kill us for so long. You know what I'm saying? With all these different shots and you know all these different things, man. But as I look around, that's why I asked the question, like, are we really free? Because you know it always bring me to the realization at election time, because all our people still doing the same thing, man. We still looking for a new pharaoh. A new pharaoh with a black face. That's all they got to do is throw out a black face. All they got to do is throw out a Flavor Flav or something. Hey, here you go. You know, don't nobody even know. And I'm not an avid supporter of nobody. I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump. I'm not a supporter of Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. But my thing is, why do you support these people? Why do you support Kamala Harris? Because, you know, of course people go hard about Donald Trump, but I can understand to a degree why they do that for Donald Trump, because it's kind of like what they say, the lesser of the two evils. I'm not choosing evil anyway, but guess what? I'm not going to agree with abortion. I'm not going to agree with transgenderism, and definitely not for children. Definitely not in my household. So it's like, you got Christians who claim they believe in the Bible and Christ, but you're in conjunction with those things. So if we know the historical, biblical reaction of what the Most High or God did to those activities, Sodom and all these things, what happened? He destroyed things. The flood. What else? You know, he rained fire so many times, man. And it's like humanity just never gets it. It's like we just keep doing the same thing. But yeah, man. Speaking on me, once again, I've been feeling great, man. I've been kind of like distancing myself from a lot of things and a lot of people. You know, nothing in particular, but I'm just saying, like, I've been kind of closed off, kind of getting my mind right, man. I feel great. Sometimes you just got to do that to, you know, reboot. You know, you got to reboot, charge back up. That's what I'm doing right now, man. Because when you at your lowest, you ain't no good to nobody. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no good to you. You ain't no good to nobody. So that's where I'm at now. You know, praying, fasting, trying to encourage people to do the same. Yeah, man, feeling great, feeling good. But yeah, man, are we really free? Think about it. Are we really free? And then November come, are y'all gonna be lined up trying to vote for freedom again? You know what I'm saying? Look at what's going on in America right now. I talk about it so much. I was just watching something about the illegal immigrants from Venezuela, and it's no shame to Venezuelan people, but I mean, they were literally emptying out prisons to send to America. You know what I'm saying? And now you got over there in Denver, Colorado, you got them basically tearing up apartments, kicking people out, gangs. You know, you have people shooting at the police, shot the police in New York. You know, in Chicago, you know, allegedly they killed somebody in Chicago. And these gangs are warring with other gangs in Chicago, Venezuelan gangs, with local gangs in Chicago. So, man, there's so much going on, man, and I'm not trying to scare or fearmonger. All I'm trying to do is say, man, it's time for us to repent, man. It's time for us to remember our God, our Creator, the one who make it all make sense. Tap back into the information, which is the Bible, that explain all these things, because ain't nothing else going to explain what's going on right now. They ain't got the answers, way. Babylon ain't got the answers. The church ain't got the answers. You know what I'm saying? And then when you find a church that do got the answers, what they want to do, they don't want to build. They just want to sit around and say, okay, we in the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking to nobody particular. I'm just saying the whole Israelite movement in itself is like, we got the truth. Okay, we better than y'all. Let's debate. Okay, now we done debated. You know, you beat me or I beat you. Now what? What do we do from here? It's time to build, man. It's time to separate. It's time to build communities. It's time to tap into our talents. And our talents aside from the system, the systematic captivity that our slave masters have built for us. I'm sorry, I'm not going to put it no other way, man. It's no way that you can build anything successful for your own people in the same system that has been built to enslave them. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen. But, yeah, man, we need to be more self-sufficient. I'm talking about farms. I'm teaching my kids over here learning farms. We planting stuff. What else, man? You got to teach them how to make fires. Got to teach them how to make tents, how to build houses. Man, we got to tap into all that, man. A lot of that stuff I ain't hip to, you know. So I gotta tap into the same thing. But yeah, man. Yeah, praying, fasting, dieting, eating better. You know what I'm saying? We got to start eating healthy because food is destroying us in itself. Fast food and all these different things. I'm watching too many people lose their life. A lot of people is losing their life, man. You know, it's crazy. People, I'm in Africa, right? And we were just talking about, are we free? And I was talking about religion. I'm just now seeing a guy ride past. They got these guys, the Mormons. You know, the white guys that walk around with the white collars on. It's like, what are you doing out here, sir? But anyway, yeah, what are you doing out here trying to push your religious beliefs on, quote unquote, the third world country? But anyway, yeah, man, it's time to be pilgrims in the earth. It's time to have faith. It's time to tap into the number one source, which is the Most High, the one who created all this. And it's time to turn away from that world, you know, that's destroying. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if you got this, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you if you've been watching. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for, I'm definitely not gonna get paid off YouTube. But yeah, man, I'm here to blow the trumpet, man. A lot of stuff is about to go on, and like I say, time is ticking very fast, very fast. So we ain't got much time, man. Again, thank you. Pilgrims in the earth. This Sunday we gonna get into it again, and we ain't gonna stop this Sunday. Fast number 3, fast challenge, 7 weeks. We still going hard. Let's get it.